Hey guys, welcome to Mask Off, the coolest show you ever watch. I'm here with our guest, Cornell Ross.
What's up?
Yo, so as you know, this is one of the hardest working men on Instagram, one of the most talented kids I've ever met. Yeah, I know. But what the purpose of the show, like I was telling you before we started rolling, is that I want people to get to know you. You know what I mean? We all put on this front on the gram, but I want you to take the mask off and tell us a little bit about Cornell. So my first question to you is like, how was your childhood? Where are you from, bro? Like, tell us about you.
I'm from the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. I grew up in Cleveland. I'm the oldest of five.
Five?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
That's
and I'm like the big brother, daddy. And
Right.
people who not the oldest, lucky. When you the oldest, you got a responsibility. First of all, being the first child, you experiment because your parents never had kids, so it's like everything they mess up with you,
Yeah.
and then by the time they get to like 3, 4, they all spoiled. They ain't getting whoopings no more.
Bro, you know what I still hate my siblings for? My mom used to like whoop my ass, but she was friends with them. You know, like she used to like, and I deserve the ass whooping, but I was the oldest too, bro. And like you said, I was the experiment. Everything to try, she tried it with me.
Yeah, and it's like it ain't fair.
It ain't fair, yeah.
It's like you used to whoop me, yell at me. Now they just, I guess, because they get old and they be like, I ain't got time for this.
I'm over it.
The patience gone.
So oldest of five, was your mom and dad? Was it like a 2-parent household? Was it a single parent household?
No, it was just I lived with my mom. I mean, my dad was around, but they wasn't like
Together.
living. Yeah, they was. I don't know what they was. I think they was together, but like I don't know, together sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but
It was a situationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just I didn't know what it was at the time, but yeah, they was still messing around. And,
How did that affect you not having your pops around as much?
I don't know. I guess in that environment, you get used to it because a lot of dudes didn't have their dads around. So it's like, it's not different. So it's like, I ain't think much of it for real.
Okay. So as the oldest, obviously, you say you have this responsibility. When did it really hit you like, damn, I'm the man of this family. I got to step up. How old were you and how did that make you feel?
Probably, I don't know, because when I was a kid, I still take care of my siblings. Like, if we went to the babysitter house or my cousin house, especially babysitters, like, oh, go fix your food for your brothers and sisters and blah blah. I'm like, you getting paid to do this. I shouldn't have to do this. Like, I'm a kid. Like, but yeah, and then now it's just they always hit me up for stuff because I'm doing stuff. So
yeah, I heard you on the phone. Like, send me your Cash App.
Yeah, that was my sister. She needed some money. She got like 2 kids. So.
Okay, so you're an uncle, huh? How many nieces and nephews do you have?
My sister, she got 2 kids. She got a daughter and a son. She just had a few months ago. And then my brother, he got a daughter. I think she like over 1 now. Chanel. Yeah, so it's 3 of them.
So one of the things that I always wonder about you, like, when did this Cornell, this personality come about? Like, have you always wanted to be an entertainer? Like, how did you get here?
Well, I used to want to play sports, but I was always like funny, silly. Like people that know me know, like I always just been silly, funny, rapping, doing stupid stuff. And then when I started doing videos, I was in college. I was in school for marketing at Cleveland State, and I was working full time and going to school full time, and just juggling all that. And then I was just doing videos on the side. This one, it was like 15 seconds, so it was way easier.
Yeah, back in the day and stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't even start off with skits. I used to just talk and be funny, and then I transitioned into skits. But I started like that and then just kept doing it.
And what started you in videos? Like, when did you realize, like, oh, this actually might work for me?
When people liked it.
Yeah.
Because I already knew, like, I was funny in real life, but to transition on the internet is, like, way different. Because there's a lot of funny people in the world, but everybody can't make skits or stuff like that because it's, like, it's a lot that go into it.
Yeah, no, people think you can have a phone and pick it up and you could just shoot a skit all of a sudden.
Yeah, you can, but that don't mean it's going to be good.
Right.
But I would say, like, if you want to, just start it and practice at it, or because everything I learned, like all this equipment, I didn't have none of this. I ain't know nothing about that. I taught myself from just watching YouTube videos and tutorials. how to use equipment, lighting, writing, cinema. Just a lot.
So you just Google, went on YouTube, and you learned all these things.
Yes.
And that's how you think these kids will learn too.
Yeah, you can just learn online or go to film school.
Yeah.
But I'm learning for free, so.
Might as well. So you were in college, you were working full time, doing the video stuff full time, doing all these things. How did you manage to do all those things and not lose your mind?
Well, eventually I had lost my job. I had got fired.
Wait, what were you doing?
I didn't show up one day, and they fired me. And the lady, my manager that wrote me up, didn't even know I would get fired. She was like pissed because they really needed me, because that position was a hard position, and everybody always quit anyway. So,
What was it? If you don't mind me asking?
I was working at a hotel. I was like a banquet houseman, so I set up like the chairs, tables, and all that for the events.
Right.
But it was irritating. But
I couldn't see you doing that.
I ain't had no choice. I was getting like 11 an hour, and then the cost of living over there way different from over here. So 11, I was making
your bank. Yeah. So I know that you said at one point you dropped out of school, right? Because I didn't know that, but I saw your Instagram and you said that. Why did you drop out of school? You know, what prompted that?
Well, I got fired right before the last semester that I dropped out, and I was just trying to figure out where I was gonna get my money from and stuff and blah blah blah. But luckily I had my school check to last a little bit, so I used that. But then I just wasn't like focused on school for real because I had so much other stuff going on in the back of my mind. And then my grades were slipping, and I was out of there. That was my last semester there.
Yeah. So you dropped out of school your last semester. Like, what were you, a senior?
I was probably like at junior status, not senior yet, almost a senior. If I would have finished that last one, I would have been like at senior status. Yeah.
So you dropped out of school. You had no job. You were making videos. What the hell was going through your head?
And then my apartment building got shut down.
So then you were homeless. Jesus.
So I didn't know where I was gonna go.
Holy shit.
My boy Curtis, he lived in Euclid, and I stayed with him. But I was sleeping on the couch. I did that for a few months, and I was still doing my videos. But then I started making money from it. I started getting paid. Oh, I'll give you $50. I'm like, for real? So I'm just getting the money, making sure I kept my phone on because I needed my phone.
Yeah, of course.
And I had to eat, and just was doing that. And then I would start promoting with these dudes, Real Revenue. I was doing that for a little bit, and then I branched off from that to do my own thing so I could focus on my videos and just grow on that. And then the lease was up at his apartment. He got another spot, and then that's when I moved to East Cleveland. It was a 2-family house. My mom and them lived upstairs, and the kid, and then I was downstairs.
Okay.
And then that's when I was just kept doing the videos, and I was visiting LA. And that's when I met like Tonio, Pat, and everybody. We even visited like 3 times, and then me and Pat was like, yo, we need to move out here. So I just started.
So wait, how did you even start visiting LA? One day you decided, I'm just gonna go to LA. Like, how did that happen?
Well, back in the day, when the people did videos, it was only like a few people, so it was like a group chats. We had like a group chat where we all talk, like people were like 15, 20K, and then people were like 100 and up and blah, blah, blah. And that's how we all met. Like a lot of people was in there, like Tonio, me, Quay, Jahan, Pat, Ken, Stars was in there. It was a lot of us.
Yeah.
And then we just said we was gonna come out here, and then that's when I started meeting like Splack and Woody and all them, and when I actually met Tonio in person and Pat, and then.
So then you're in LA. So you were coming back and forth, and you and Pat decided, yo, we gotta make the move. So when did that happen, and how did it happen?
Well, originally we came 2016, like in May or something. It was like April 31st, something like that. But we was supposed to move in like February, but stuff happened, so we were just gonna save up a little more. I needed more time too. I needed money, so I was just saving up, blah, blah, blah. And then we actually moved in May. Antonio building. We was literally right next door to him, too.
I remember.
Yeah, and it was like, dang, I'm out. It didn't even hit me for a long time when I was living out here, because I would look at my back and be like, dang, I'm out here. Because, like, people don't make it out where I come from, a lot of people go to jail, die, or just be stuck.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me because I come from the same something similar like the hood in New York, and you either end up pregnant, you end up in jail, or you end up in the hospital. You feel me? So those are your options. What made you decide that you didn't want to go down that path?
Cause I've seen other people go down that path, like just growing up in that environment around drug dealers and people getting pregnant early. But I don't want that. Like, and then I'll see 40-year-olds trying to, like, how you gonna try to give? I'm a teenager. You giving me advice? You still here? Like,
you're still in the same
obviously you not doing something right. You still ain't. You still here. So it's like I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I know I need to get out of there. And once I was doing the videos, I reached my peak in Cleveland. I'm like, I gotta go so I can expand, so I can make more money to take care of myself and my family.
Yeah, and that's very courageous what you did. Like to decide to move to a different city, state, not really knowing a lot of people. Why did you decide like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna put fear aside and do it. How did that happen? How did you make up your mind?
Cause I did not want to be there. Like
pretty simple, right?
Yeah, it's like I wake up and look outside, and then I lived in a messed up house. Like Carrie, he actually came and visit because he was living in Detroit at the time. Carrie came and visited me. He seen like my house, like it was messed up. I ain't had no door in the bathroom. My room, like it was like we're a trap house, but it was just. I just need to stay there till I got up out of there. So I just stayed there.
So you came to LA and now you're making these videos. How's life for you at that point?
Better. I was making it, and that's what I was posting every day and blah, blah, blah. But then after being here for like 2 months, I had lost my page. I was like at 452K.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I still don't know to this day. It was irritated, and after a couple weeks of not getting my page, I think it was like a week and a half or a week, I didn't get my page back, and I was sitting on videos. I'm like, I'm gonna just use my backup page, and I was like at probably like 11K on my backup page, and that's the page I got now that I built up.
So you literally had to start from scratch.
Yeah.
Were you afraid like, yo, I put all this work on this page, now it's gone, and I gotta start from scratch? Like, what was going through your mind?
Other people was more worried than I was, but me, I done took L's before, so it's like, look, I can't sit here and be like, man, I just gotta do what I gotta do, because I gotta build it. And then my Instagram is where I made money, so I had to figure out, like, I gotta start this other page, build it up so I can keep making money and stuff. So I just did that, and it grew, it kept growing, and then I was going viral, like, all the time.
I remember.
It was just crazy. Like if you go back on my page, you'll see like videos 2 million, 7,000 comments. I don't even get that now.
Yeah,
so it's
like, algorithm.
Like what happened?
Whatever.
But
and I from seeing your stuff, I know your stuff has just gotten better over the years. So it's just like doesn't make any sense that it's not going as viral anymore. But we all know why. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. So you're here, you're making videos and stuff like that. And you're pumping out, trying to make some money. Did anything ever scare you? Like, what was it like to not know every single day whether you're gonna make money to survive? Because that's a reality for us.
Yeah, when I first got out here, I didn't. My money came from like promo deals and brand deals and stuff. So if I wasn't getting that, I wasn't going to pay my bills. So it's like that's why I was posting every day, because like, I gotta make my page go crazy so people will want to promote with me and help me make money. So it was a couple times I barely had the rent, but I made it. It was a couple times I'd be praying like, please God, I need $300 more, and then I'll get a promo that be like, thank you.
The prayer got you through it, huh?
Yeah, I was like, man. People like, you paid the rent yet? I'm like, I forgot, dude. Like,
yeah, you know they don't play here, bro. You miss one month and you're out the door. So let me ask you something. Obviously, you came here and you collaborated with a lot of people. And the name of the game, you first start out collaborating. That's how you grow. So who were some of your favorite collaborators early on? And why?
Well, when I first started doing videos, I was doing it by myself. I ain't really had nobody. When I moved out here, that's when I really was collabing.
So you were in LA and then you're collabing. Like, tell me about that process. How was that?
Yeah, it was just since I already knew like Pat, Tonio, and them, and then eventually like Rito moved here too, and then I'll just do videos with them, and then the girls I end up meeting like Courtney, Adrian, girl Brittany, you. Yeah, I just use a lot of. Yeah, I just met people through people. Mostly through Tonio because he knew everybody.
So, he brought me in too.
Yeah,
so,
like he like the ringleader.
Yeah, shout out to Tonio. So let me ask you something. Obviously, what we do isn't easy, and it's an every single day grind. Do you ever get tired? Do you ever like lay in bed and you're like, I just don't want to do this today? How do you get through those days?
Thinking about where I want to be, because it's like whenever I'm not working, somebody else working. It don't matter how talented you is. If you're not doing nothing to further yourself, like it's been people who've been here for years, like 7, 10 years. I only been here almost 2.5, and like I've done so much, and people be surprised. Like, you only been here 2 years? I'll be like, yeah, like what I'm supposed to be. I'm not here not doing nothing. I wake up every day, every night before I go to bed. I'm on YouTube looking at stuff. When I was learning how to edit, I'm looking at Final Cut, how to edit. When I'm learning my camera and all these lights, and like I didn't know none of this, so I had to teach myself all of this. I put in the extra time to learn all of this so I can make my stuff better and make myself better. A lot of people want it, but they're not willing to work for it. And you talk to any successful people, millionaires, like they all worked for it, unless it was inherited. But you still, even when it's inherited, you still got to turn it into more. So it's like you got to be able to work. Like a lot of people just lazy. Yeah. Honestly.
And one of the things that I really admire about you that a lot of people don't talk about is that we were talking about this, that people put on the front on the gram that we are all living our best life. But as a creative and as a creator, depression is very much part of our lives. Tell me why you think it's important as a man of color and as someone who's successful. Why is it important to talk about depression?
Because people don't. And there are kids, young teens, even adults that deal with it. And when I talk about it on my page or on my story, it's always people all ages telling me their stories and this and that. And you'll be surprised the amount of stuff people go through. And it's like all races. It's like not just white people that's depressed. It's not black people. It's like everybody goes through stuff. It's like it's kids out there. Just imagine, for instance, growing up in the hood, and you grow up in the hood as a kid, and over the years you got cousins that die, friends that die, go to jail. All these people, you lose all these people, and you never talk about it. A lot of dudes, and women too, never talk about it. They get used to it. So then you get older and shit happens. So now people numb to the fact like, oh, this person died. Like, well, I'm used to it. Blah blah blah. It's like
you get desensitized.
You see a shooting, whatever that happens every day. Like, I didn't know how bad my city was till I got older and was like, oh, it's one of the worst cities in the country. I'm like, it's that bad? Like, I was living in it, so I'm like, oh, this norm. I'm thinking, oh, people get shot all the time. Everywhere. People fight. Like, this ain't nothing. But then me moving out here, living in like a better area, like a middle class area, not seeing the same stuff, I see why a lot of people are ignorant to what goes on in the hood because they don't see it, they don't live it. I lived it, so I know what's happening and why people do stuff. But people that live in a neighborhood like this never see it. All they see is the news or this and that. They're not living it, so they don't really experience what goes on. That's why they don't understand why people do what they do.
And going back to like our depression thing, you obviously there's a stigma in our community. If you have a mental illness, like, yo, toughen up. You're a man, toughen up. Why do you think that's such a bad thing to tell kids, like, yo, just toughen up, be a man, don't talk about it?
You said why it's a bad thing?
Why is it such a bad thing?
Because stuff gets bottled up and then people never know how to deal with problems. And then not only do they not know how to deal with their problems, they pass that on to their kids, so now their kids don't know how to deal with stuff. You should be able to talk to your kids. Like, if something happens at school, talk to your kids and guide them through. So as they get older, they know how to deal with them and they can come to you about stuff rather than well, I ain't gonna talk to my dad because he just gonna tell me to man up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to figure it out, and then that causes them to do some dumb stuff, and who knows what could happen.
So how do you deal with depression yourself?
When really,
Take your
I
time.
would say, people just need to find something that makes them happy, find a hobby, and stick with that. Because like me, I always just put myself in work. I'm like, I ain't about to deal with this. I'm about to study. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do this. But that don't always solve it because
That's
there's
what I was
still
gonna
a
ask you.
comeback.
If you, I mean, that's just putting a band-aid over like a big ass cut. You know, it's maybe temporary. So work can take the place of that for a little bit. But
Yeah,
how
but
do you really address what's bothering you?
Surround yourself with good people. When you around good people, they make you feel good. You're not thinking about none of that. Like me, when I'm playing basketball, like no matter what I'm going through, if I'm playing basketball, I'm not thinking about nothing. When I'm with my real friends, like I'm not thinking about nothing. We having fun, we enjoying ourselves, and that's a big thing. Surround yourself with the right people, cause like a lot of people. Another thing is people don't know how to communicate. Like people don't know how to deal with people that go through stuff. People always say like, "Oh, it'll be okay," blah blah. Blah. Like a lot of people not trying to hear that. Like
Yeah.
if I'm fucking going through shit, I'm not. It's gonna be okay when like months later. I'm not trying to hear that. It's like I want to deal with this now. It's like, and a lot of people need to learn how to just treat people like people. If somebody going through stuff, just be like, oh, I'm gonna come over, let's kick it. Just kick it, talk, just like, and if they want to open up, they will. Don't just fake like you give a damn. It's like when people tell me they go through stuff, I'm like, oh, I'm about to come over there. I go over there, make them laugh, or they come over here, laugh, cry, do what they gotta do, but I make sure that I'm there because I actually care about the well-being of people, and I don't want to see nobody go through stuff or feel like they're alone because don't nobody want to feel like they're alone in a
Absolutely.
world full of people. When you feel like you're alone, that's a terrible feeling. And I don't want nobody to feel like that. So if I can make somebody smile or help somebody get through something, it makes me feel good. It's kind of selfish. Like it's like I feel good about helping people. So it's like,
You know what Denzel said? The most selfish thing you could do is helping another human being. Because of the instant gratification you get, you know what I mean. It makes you feel good to see someone else feel good. You know what I'm saying? So it's selfish, but it's a good selfish.
yeah.
You feel me? So how? I mean, does your depression drive your art? I know obviously you say I get stuck into work, but do you see it like you see yourself like, oh shit, I had that moment in depression and now it's in my art. Do you?
Yeah,
do you
I
merge
think
the
that's
two?
what any creative they use. Like, 'cause when you watch movie shows, anything like a lot of these is based on true stories. So somebody had to tell their story, or I could do a video about situations I was in, but people would never know it was a situation I was in. I would just flip it, make it funny, or like how I do on my series, I do like the different perspectives and stuff. But it's like I think, especially with comedy, I think comedy is pain because when you watch comedy, when I watch stand up on Netflix from these comedians, I don't know them, but they're telling me their stories like, oh, my mom did this, or oh, my girlfriend's like they bring in messed up situations but making them funny. And of course we laugh, but I be looking like, dang, this person went through it. Like,
Yeah, you're making me laugh. I'm mad. So, like, the black men, because then this is why I wanted to talk to you. Is like obviously, black women are the most hated group in America. Let's call it what it is, and black men are not far behind. So my thing is like, why is it so hard to be accepting of a sensitive black man, of a man that's especially a man of color who's in tune with his feelings? Why is it that our community like looks down on that?
Probably because that's what they taught. Ain't nobody taught to be sensitive. We're not taught to express ourselves. So it's like if you're not taught it, it gets passed from generation to generation. So it's like until we break the mold and tell men to open up, because even when you look at suicide and work problems, men are 70, 80 some percent. I forgot what the statistics was, but it's like, you mean to tell me dudes are suicide 80% or whatever percent is, a high percentage of suicides, but we can't express our, that's why, because they not able to express themselves. And then people.
But I think one of the reasons is because they make fun of you if you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, our own community makes fun of you for being expressive. So what is it that you want to tell your followers about being expressive? You know what I mean?
Don't give a damn. Like, I'm gonna do what I want. Like, I know you have to express yourself, because keeping all that stuff in is not gonna do nothing but hurt you. And eventually you gonna keep it. Then when you let it out, you might let it out on the wrong person.
You're gonna lash out.
And then you just beat somebody up, and you just, when I was 6, my mom didn't feed me. When I was 10, like, years of stuff, and you just beating somebody. Like, what are you talking about?
Where's it coming from? I don't know.
Oh, that felt good. It's like, now you going to jail. Like, you let all that built up, now you going to jail. But it's like, you can't hold that in, because it's just going to eat. You don't think about it too much.
Yeah. Would you ever consider going to therapy yourself? What do you think of therapy?
I think therapy cool. It all depends on the person and how deeply depressed they are. I'm a person, like, I always, since I was a kid, always analyze myself. Especially now being older, like, I always think about how should I react to this person or this situation. It's like, one thing I've learned, I can't control nobody else's action. No matter how good of a person I am, I can't control what nobody else do. So it's like, I can't dwell on that. And when I'm the one that messed up, I have to question myself, like, why did I act this way, or blah, blah, blah. And I get to the root of it, like, I probably am this way because of this. And I just analyze myself. But everybody can't do that. You gotta really be self-conscious enough to, like, admit when you at fault. A lot of people never want to. I see men and women on social media all day. Men is, women is, but they never talk about what they could do different. It ain't no way in hell every relationship you been in, you ain't have nothing to do with why it failed.
Thank you.
It ain't no way. You ain't perfect.
Street.
Like, your actions had to cause this. It's like, sometimes you just deal with people who ain't shit. That happens. But sometimes maybe you cause their actions. Like, I see dudes complaining about women. It's like, nigga, you not shit. Like, how you gonna be mad she did this when you did this?
So self-reflection is really important.
Yes, and just learning to know when you at fault. You choose when you deal with somebody. Yep. If a woman deals with a man and she sees signs early like he might not be shit or he a liar, you need to end it there. Because if you still choose, it's your choice to deal with it. If you still choose to deal with him knowing he ain't shit and then he hurts you later, that's your fault.
That's on you.
Could have left.
Absolutely.
Just like men, you see somebody leave, like, stop. But I think people don't leave because they just be so lonely. They just need they latch on to anything.
Just the company.
And that's why you need to be around good people, good friends, so you won't feel alone and do stupid stuff like that.
One of the things that obviously Hollywood is known for is fakeness and people being out for themselves. When you came here, how did you deal with that? Were people trying to be your, especially now, are people trying to be your friend because you're Cornell and you're popular, or are people trying to be your friend because you can do something for them? How do you deal with that?
I could always tell genuine people just from conversation. Our first conversation, like, we have a couple, or if we meet up for lunch or something and I talk to people, I can tell their intentions. Because a lot of people, when they only want one thing, that's all they talking about. Like, oh, when we gonna record? When we gonna do this? Blah, 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 blah. They ain't asking, oh, how are you?
How are you feeling?
Where do you see us? They not giving a fuck about nothing about me. They just caring about what I can do for them. And them are the people that I try to stay away from, because it's like, I don't need you. I made it this far, but I don't have no agent, no manager. Everything I do because of my work and off my personality, the way I present myself to people. Like, that's how I make my money. I'm not out here kissing ass. I'm not out here riding nobody else's wave. I'm out here doing my own thing, and that's what I want to do.
So tell me about what's next for you. Obviously, I know that you have this Facebook thing now, like you have multiple shows on Facebook. Tell me more about that.
I got the shows on there. I want to really want to do more short movies, because I want to make my own production. So I want to just start doing short movies and entering film festivals and whatnot. But it's just a process. That's why I got all my equipment, because I'm just learning how to use everything. And I watch short movies. I want to take these master classes online so I can learn more. I can
hook you up with that too.
Yeah, I want to do all that. So just the process. So next year, well, the end of this year and next year will be when I'll be putting out more short movies, and like that'll all just be a process of trial and error, learning, getting better, and then by 2020 is when I'll probably really be in my bag and doing stuff, probably winning film festivals if I'm not doing it this year or next year. It's like, but it's all a process. I know I gotta learn how to do it, because like film is a way different than a skit. It's like,
yeah, no, it's a completely different animal. And the acting that you see on Instagram is not the acting you see in movies, guys. So let's, they need to understand that. You know, you sent me a text, because we text here and there. You sent me a text a couple of weeks ago that really like made me smile, and you said, "I'm in such a better place now." You know, and we had like a short conversation about that. Where are you today as opposed to a year ago that you feel that you're in a better place? What constitutes this better place?
Just mentally, just the way I think, the way I move, the way I view people. I'm more understanding. I'm more open-minded. Like, I actually listen to people. Like, a lot of people don't listen to people. You'll never know nobody if you don't listen. You'll never even know nobody, period. Like, it's not one person in your life you know. Like, we don't even know our parents. We don't know what they was doing when they 16s.
Absolutely.
Mama could have been getting it. Well, I don't know what she was doing, but it's like... And that's crazy to me, is that we will probably never truly know somebody, because people always gonna hide stuff, the littlest things. Probably when you get married, I think people will be more open.
People will show you what they want you to see and how you want it, how they want you to see it. So it's self-preservation. You know, will you tell everyone who you are? Will you be that vulnerable?
If I tell everybody what?
Who I am, like, will you like open yourself up to everyone like that and be that vulnerable?
Not everybody.
Right.
Only with people you comfortable with.
Right.
But I open up to myself. I have conversations with myself.
Yeah, I do.
I'll be like, look, what I gotta do to fix this, but it's like, you got to. Cause I ask people done gave me terrible advice. I be sitting there listening, be like, this is not gonna work.
What's something bad that someone's told you? Like, what's some terrible advice?
It was just, tell you about some terrible advice somebody else. So my friend, I was talking to a friend, and she was telling me how she want to do like horror and drama type stuff. And I'm like, well, why don't you do them type of videos? And she was like, oh, because my friend told me I should just do funny videos. Don't nobody want to see horror or drama. I'm like, that's retarded. Like, you should do you should show what you want to do, because then you only get better at it. Like, exactly. If you don't want to do funny stuff, don't do it. If you want to do horror or drama, stick to that, because then as you do it, after months or a year, you done got way better at it. Now people like, dang, you really be killing it. Because then, and there ain't a lot of people doing that. So it's like, you created your own lane, and that can open up more doors instead of doing what everybody else doing. Yeah. That's not going to really...
Because not everyone is an Instagram comedian.
Yeah,
like,
everybody...
I open my Explore page and there's like 300 skits now. So how do you make yourself continue to be unique? Because your stuff is always unique.
Because I just be me. I don't try to be nobody else. I don't try to follow nobody else's formula. I just think, especially my videos, like when it comes to a video, I think what I would do in the situation, but how funny. Like, I'll be like, oh, this situation funny, but what would I do if I was put in this situation? Like, like how I did the one video with Easy a week or two ago, the lesbian roommate. It was like, if I lived with a lesbian, what could happen during this time? So it's like, I just think about it like that, not like, I don't care what nobody else thinking or what they doing. I'm not copying nobody. I do my own stuff.
So be yourself. Be yourself. Where are you gonna be? Where's Cornell in not 5? Because I hate when people say, "Oh, where do you see you 5 years?" That's a long time from now. Where do you see yourself 12 months from today? A year from today? Where are you?
12 months for today. Hopefully, I will have some film festival awards under my belt. Somebody might hit me up to do some big stuff. I don't know. But the thing with me, I'm not pressed for other people to hit me up, because I want to make my own way. Like how Adam Sandler, Tyler Perry make their own productions. That's what I want to do. But if somebody hit me up to do something, I'll do it.
The man's right here, guys.
If it's for me.
The man's right here.
I done got hit up for stuff that was not for me.
How many times do you say no to stuff?
I say no all the time. Like, I'm not, because they think like we pressed to be on. I'm not pressed to be on TV. Like, I don't care if it's something I don't want to do, I'm not doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care about money. I can make my own money. Like a lot of people press for money or they press to be on TV. I'm not. I'm gonna get mine when I get it by earning it. So I don't really care.
So, what kind of advice do you give someone who's starting off in this whole Instagram skit world and they want to be the next Cornell? What kind of stuff do you tell these kids in East Cleveland or Houston or Harlem? What do you tell them?
Just be you and know what you want to do. Know what you're good at. Because everybody good at different things. Like you don't have to try to be funny if you're not funny, because then it's just forced. If you want to be a drama actor, do drama videos. Just make a situation and dramatize it, and you can make that funny with dialogue and whatnot. But it's like you just gotta know what you can do and stick to your lane, and then get better at that. So just study. If you wanna, if one of your favorite, like one of my favorite movies is The Departed, and Martin Scorsese was the director, and had Leonardo DiCaprio and all of them in it. Like,
Great movie.
if you see a director or certain movies you like, study that director, be like, oh, how he do this, blah blah blah, and then don't copy but innovate, because we all gonna get inspiration from stuff, but it's like don't copy, just innovate or make something your own, because a lot of people just copy something and then get credit for it, and then but it's not, for me it's not fulfilling. If I copy something and it do, like say if I stole somebody's video and it did good, I wouldn't feel good about myself, because it's like this not really my idea.
It happens a lot on Instagram that people steal each other's
Yeah,
stuff
I
all the
don't.
time.
I can't. I feel too bad because I pride myself in my ideas getting me where I need to be, not somebody else's. And that's why I only post my videos on my page, because it's like I want people to see my stuff.
Who you are.
Yeah.
And what you do. I have a couple of questions, kind of rapid fire. All right. So, boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
Okay. Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Favorite food?
I don't got no favorite food.
What you mean you got no favorite food?
I used to, but I just like food.
All
My
right.
favorite food is food.
But you're like the skinniest guy I know. How are you like?
I eat.
Yeah?
I just I got a high metabolism.
Yeah.
And I be like hooping, so
Yeah.
that keep it down.
All right. When was the last time that you were sublimely, like just overwhelmingly happy? And what were you doing?
I don't know.
You don't remember the last time you were happy, truly happy? It's a loaded question.
I know that's why I was thinking.
Take your time.
Probably when I came to the a week or two ago, when I came to the realization, like, just to let shit go, let people go. Cause once you happy with yourself and happy with the people around you, and when people don't want to be around you, you just let them go. You just be more happy, because now you ain't got no worries. I ain't got to worry about my friend talking about me, because I know my friend not talking about me. I ain't got to worry about being around these people that always got something to say, because I'll beat their ass, you know. But it's been a few times.
We don't condone violence on this show.
Yeah, I don't beat nobody's ass, but sometimes you think about it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten your ass beat? By not your parents?
No, I got a whoop. Yeah, that's
not a whooping. That's different. I used to get a whooping all the
Anybody ever
time.
beat my ass? I had to learn how to control my anger, because I used to get angry a lot. Mm-hmm. But now I just learned how to. Like, I remember living at home and my brother stole my games, my PS4. I came home one day, I think I was coming from college, and my games was gone, and then he was not answering his phone. I punched my wall and punched a hole. I punched a couple holes in my wall.
Did you?
Yeah, because either that or punch somebody. I don't want to hurt nobody, right. So man, I remember at track practice, I punched the wall. Girl made me mad. I punched the locker, fucked up my hand. Ooh, I remember that day.
We're talking about you being happy, not you being all messed up. So you were happy because you realized it's better to let go of that pain and those people and those things.
Yeah, you just gotta.
It's a good realization, my man.
Forget them.
Yeah. Who's been one of your favorite collaborators so far? And don't say Pat, because we all know Pat is your favorite. But outside of Pat, who do you love working with?
I would say Easy, cause like she got an energy.
Yeah, she does.
We both got a good personality, and we both show it on camera. And like majority of the videos I did where it went viral, like we always bring out the best in each other, I guess. And she just, cause like she got an energy.
Yeah, she does.
We both got a good personality, and we both show it on camera. And like majority of the videos I did where it went viral, like we always bring out the best in each other, I guess. And she just a nice person to work with.
Yeah.
And she just good.
She's
just,
really good.
Yeah.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you too is like, you are by far one of my favorite people just because you seem to be so down to earth and everything. How do you keep being who you are and you don't let all this fame or this, you know, people kissing your ass get to your head?
Because I still see myself as a regular person. That's about it. Like people, like I remember when I was with my friend and somebody came up to me like, oh, what you do? I'm like, oh, I just create my own content, blah, 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 this and that. And my friend was like, stop lying, he do this, like he like hyped me up and said all this stuff. I'm like, whatever, because I don't know. I just don't, I'm a regular dude. I just use what I know and my talent to make a way living, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm too humble.
I mean, sometimes you have to have a little Kanye in you.
I mean, sometimes people got to bring that out of me because I ain't just gonna do it for the reason. Now somebody just downplaying me. It's like, hold on, man.
Let me show you what I have.
Chill out. But
Who's your favorite character that you created and why? Because I've seen a couple. I think I know who it is. But who's your favorite character?
I ain't really got a lot of characters because I usually play me. But Lil Nelly,
I love him.
I do that, but that's just a little bad kid.
Yeah.
I forgot how I even got the idea. I was just.
You think you're just playing yourself when you were little?
No, I wasn't even bad. I was actually a smart kid. I played sports and everything.
Yeah.
But it just. Cause then when I do them type of videos, it's like over exaggerated bad. It's like ain't no little kid gonna really be doing all this, but it's like funny to actually see it, and that's why I started doing it. And then like have Daphne as my mom, she be killing it, and then Pat, the one that be babysitting me.
Yeah. Oh, what's the last thing that you want to tell our audience out there? I'll leave it up to you. Like anything you want to tell them about, cause your mask is off. I see Cornell. So what do you want to tell the folks watching out there about you? Anything you want.
About me?
Anything, you, the world, you know, Nelly.
Well, me, I really feel like I try to be the best person I can be. And when you meet people, they feel that energy. They can tell that you are genuine because when I talk to people or meet people out or business people, they feel that, and that's why they want to work with me. Sometimes not even because of my work, it's because of my genuine personality, and they see that I'm a genuine person. So I would say, always genuinely be you. I don't try to be nothing I'm not, because when you try to be something you're not, you attract certain people, and then when they really get to know you, they ain't gonna like the real you. So if you always you, then people can't not like you for you because you is you. And if they don't like you, it's because you.
Yeah.
And if you don't like me for being me, then
the fuck out of my face.
You got a problem.
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm pretty cool.
You are pretty freaking cool. I like you, and I don't like a lot of people. Anyway, guys, this is Cornell Ross, one of the funniest men on the gram. Thank you for taking your mask off with us. How was the experience? I was gentle, right?
It was cool. I'm about to put it back on.
Yeah, he's about to put it back on. He has to go do some videos, man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking out the time.
No problem.
Yo, check out this guy. Hilarious. You're gonna go places. I know you are. Yeah, bud. Thank you. See, that was it.